What's up guys, it's Amateyo, and today in this episode, Tokyo Revengers episode 9 English spoiler, I will be showing you, well, the full English spoiler for Tokyo Revengers episode 9. Let's begin! Takemichi's life in the future has been greatly affected by Kiyomasa. Takemichi actually refers to this as a long life trauma and states that it's time to settle the score with Kiyomasa. In episode 1, Takemichi, Yamagishi, Mokoto, Takuya and Akun got beat up by Kiyomasa and his crew. After that, they were playthings for Kiyomasa. They spent the rest of their school days doing their bidding, including participating in fights for bets. However, in episode 3, Takemichi changed that future by challenging Kiyomasa, and although he got his ass whooped, it was enough as both Draken and Mikey put a stop to Kiyomasa, letting him know who the real boss of the Tokyo Manji gang really is. Regardless, Takemichi is who he is because of Kiyomasa and has now decided to confront him and stop him from killing Draken. Takemichi is about to search for Kiyomasa when suddenly someone calls out to him. It turns out being Captain Takashi Mitsuya, the Tokyo Manji gang 2nd Division captain. Takemichi runs to Mitsuya and explains to him that Draken is about to get attacked. Surprisingly, Mitsuya states that he knows. At the same time that Mitsuya says Peh, Takemichi also says Kiyomasa. Mitsuya explains that Mikey was going to use money to buy Peh's freedom, but Draken was against it. Hence, the reasons for Mikey and Draken's disagreement and the split between the members of Toman. Mitsuya states that Mikey and Draken stopped fighting because of Takemichi and that not even captains could stop them. He then thanks Takemichi and says that if he hadn't stopped them, Toman would be in trouble. Takemichi replies that he really didn't do anything. Mitsuya suddenly took notice of Peh's bike and explains that when it was decided within Toman that nothing could be done about Peh's arrest, Peh couldn't let it go. So guys, in case you're confused, this is Peh and this is Peh. Peh, 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 Peh. Switching over to Draken and Emma's side, somebody shouts out Draken's name, and of course, it's Peh. So Peh is all sashed up and he has that murder face like he's about to go crazy. Shit is about to go down, bruh. So switching back to Takemichi's and Mitsuya's side, basically Peh thinks that Toman has abandoned Peh and he has aligned himself with the remnants of Moebius to deal with Draken. But what is not being said clearly is that Draken has two enemies, Kiyomasa and Peh. Peh is obviously out for blood and Draken knows that. He tells Emma to step back and then asks Peh if he can't stand him and if he wants to fight, and that he will take him on.
Were you trying to get crazy with this, eh? Don't you know I'm loco?
But suddenly, a member of Moebius appears behind Draken with a bat. Hey guys, I just want to say thank you for viewing this episode. If you like the content, then please smash that like button. It really helps me know that I'm heading in the right direction. Also, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so whenever another video drops, then you should be alerted that I have released a new video. Thank you so much. Meanwhile, Takemichi and Mitsuya are looking for Draken. Mitsuya states that since Peh's bike is here, Peh should have already started. Suddenly, Takemichi remembers the information that Naruto gave him, that Draken was stabbed in a parking lot. Takemichi then asks Mitsuya, is there a parking lot nearby? Mitsuya points to the back and Takemichi instantly runs to that direction. Mitsuya follows and Hinata notices the two of them running. Finally, at the parking lot, at first glance, there is quite a few members of Moebius taken down. Then we see the champ, the goat, Draken, a one-man army soloing a mob.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Even after getting a hit to the head with a baseball bat, still fighting and destroying members of Moebius.
The GOAT!
Mitsuya then asks Peh what's he doing with Moebius, and Peh has the nerve to tell Mitsuya that he will kill him also. Emma then states that Peh is a coward, that's true, and that he attacked Draken from behind with a bat and brought a whole army with him. How can he call himself a man? You're not a man. Draken then says that he's beat and that 20 guys are his limit, which isn't bad, especially after getting hit in the head with a bat. He tells Mitsuya that his head is killing him and he leaves the rest in his hands. Meanwhile, Takemichi is wondering where's Kiyomasa. With so many Moebius members, it's really hard to protect Draken. Peh then orders members of Moebius to take out Takemichi, Draken, and Mitsuya. Suddenly, the sound of a motorbike. Draken says it's about time. The exhaust sound is that of Mikey's bike. Mikey has arrived on the scene.
No!
After seeing Mikey, Peh looks like he just shit himself.
He shit everywhere.
On the other hand, Takemichi is relieved that Mikey has arrived. Then Mikey figures it out. He was called to another location so that they could kill Draken. Then it would be Mikey's fault that Toman got split in two. Peh states that he was only doing it for Pa. Mikey sees right through this and realizes that this is not Peh's style and that somebody else is the mastermind. Takemichi now wonders if this means that somebody is controlling Peh and pulling the strings. He then remembers that the future Osanai said that it was all part of somebody's scheme, and Naruto also stated that somebody plotted to tear Toman from the inside. Takemichi then wonders if somebody is also controlling Kiyomasa. We then get introduced to a new character who is surprised that Mikey actually figured out that this was a trap.
Who the f are you?
He states that it doesn't matter who he is, but he's in charge of Moebius at the moment. His name is Hanma, the temporary leader of Moebius. Mikey then says to Hanma, "So you're the one behind all of this?" Hanma replies, "You're such a pain in the ass, Mikey." Mikey suddenly uses his signature kick, the same one he used to take down Osanai, but surprisingly, Hanma blocks it with his hand. Hanma then tells Mikey not to be hasty and that his mission is to destroy Toman, and the best way to achieve that is to cause infighting within Toman. And even though things didn't go according to plan, Mikey, Draken, Takemichi, and Mitsuya are still outnumbered. Hanma then states that with these hands, he's going to take on the invincible Mikey and then tear him apart. Hanma then shouts out, "Moebius' entire gang, 100 people versus 4 guys from Toman." He then turns to the members of Moebius and says, "Don't wuss out like the last time, idiots. I'm not soft like Osanai was. If you run away, I will hunt you down and beat you till all your teeth are gone." Talk about striking fear in the hearts of your allies. Hanma then says, "Take on Mikey and Draken and kill them both." Takemichi then thinks to himself that Naruto never mentioned any of this and Toman's conflict should have been stopped, but a new one has started. Takemichi is confused and thinks to himself if he did something wrong and that the timeline has gone off the rails. He wonders if this is going to take more than just stopping Kiyomasa and questions what he should do. Suddenly we hear the songs of bikes as more members of Toman arrives. We have the 5th Division Captain Mutou, the 4th Division Captain Kawata, and the 1st Division Captain Baji. The entire Toman gang is here. I really love what Mutou says, "Peh, you're going down first." By now, Peh gets scared and takes a step back, but Hanma puts his hand on his head and says, "Now, things are getting interesting." Takemichi, now seeing the amount of people on the parking lot, realizes how hard it is to save Draken. Draken then gets up and says, "A big brawl on the day of the festival, that really gets my blood pumping." And so the battle begins, Toman versus Moebius. The fight begins. Draken gets back in the game and continues whooping ass. Mikey is of course also wreaking havoc, Hanma cracking skulls, and the division captains all putting in work. Meanwhile, Takemichi is looking for Kiyomasa. He knows that Draken will get killed by Kiyomasa soon, but the crowd and the rain is making it extremely difficult to find him. This is of course very important because 2 other lives are also affected by this, Akun's and also Hinata's. This is a pivotal moment in changing the future. Mikey sees Peh from a distance and calls out to him. Mikey takes on some delusional Moebius members, crushing them and asking Peh why did he attack Draken. Even after Toman came to an agreement about Pa, Peh still tries to fight dirty using Moebius. Peh still states that he won't accept it. Mikey explains that arguing about Pa is done, it's over. Peh then states that it's not over, and after Pa got arrested, Toman just sat on their asses. Peh punches Mikey and says, "This is the only thing I can do about it now, and Pa was everything to me." He punches Mikey again, saying if Toman's going to abandon Pa, then they're all against him. I really don't understand Peh. If he wants to be with Pa so badly, he should just go be with him in prison. Only a simp would go this far. Peh teams up with Pa's enemies, the same enemies who beat up Pa's friend and family and also beat up Pa and caused Pa to go to prison. He wants to get at Draken, the only one who respected Pa's decision. So he's doing all of this for Pa, right?
Shut your stupid.
Peh wants Mikey to fight back and tells him that he could take him out with one hit. Mikey grabs Pa by the neck, pulls him closer and says, "Look at me. Am I laughing?"
Do you see me laughing, my nigga?
Mikey continues to say, "How can I laugh over Pa's arrest? It hurts." He and Draken fighting and Toman getting split in two is too depressing to see. That is what Takemichi told him, and that he didn't consider that everybody around him would continue to fight. He tells Peh to beat him up until he's satisfied, but Peh tells Mikey that he doesn't want to fight him. Mikey then tells Peh, "Let's call it even and come back to Toman." Draken and Takemichi both seem to have an impact on Mikey. Rain continues to fall and the fight goes on. Takemichi is knocked over while looking for Kiyomasa and Draken. After looking, he finally finds Kiyomasa.
Finally!
Takemichi knows what he has to do. By all means, stop Kiyomasa from killing Draken. But Takemichi makes an observation. Kiyomasa's knife is already out and there is blood on it. Kiyomasa then says, "I did it. I did it." Takemichi then turns around and there is Draken, stabbed on the ground, bleeding. Takemichi then shouts out, "Draken, is it too late?" Man, the cliffhanger. If you've been watching my videos and haven't subscribed as yet, make this the day that you do subscribe so you could see more of my videos. Regardless, I appreciate your time and thank you for viewing. I hope you have a great day.